Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is my room. I don't know if I've ever really shown y'all my bed made. Don't also if you can see my desk over there. It's a hot mess, so just act like it isn't there. Act like it's cute and aesthetically pleasing, okay? Thank you. Also, I have a pimple, well, not really a pimple, like a blemish right here. So we're just gonna act like that's not there either. All right, we're gonna be using our imaginations in this video. Imagine this room how you want it to look, okay? Anyway, this YouTube, I know, so let's just get right into it. It is called The Scoop because I know I've been MIA from my YouTube channel since Christmas, and I am a nosy person and I like to know the scoop about everyone's life. So I figured I would just give y'all a scoop about what's been up in my life since Christmas. So I originally planned like, oh, after my Christmas vlog, I was going to do a New Year's vlog, like get ready with me. And I did video it, but I forgot to, typical me, I forgot to video what my outfit looked like before I left. So I was just like not feeling it and I was just like, I'm not posting it. So here we are. Fast forward a little bit. So fast forward about 3 days. I actually had plastic surgery. Surprise, surprise. That's why I've pretty much been MIA, because I've been dealing with recovering from my surgery, and then literally a couple days later I started school. So it's kind of been a whirlwind of getting back into the groove of things when I came back to Baton Rouge and recovering after my surgery. So everyone is like, girl, just get into it. What did you have surgery on? Well, here's a little backstory. When I was born, had a hole in my head, and it eventually like closed up, grew over, but it was just scar tissue that grew over it. So I, for 20 years of my life, have had a bald spot on my head, which either some of you know that about me or some of you are shocked. And it's not really something I chose to tell everyone in my life. Like, I think it's more of a personal thing. It's definitely something that I was always insecure about and that I have I view as one of my flaws. So I never really talked about it unless people asked me, or unless you're really close, like you just heard my family talk about it and you knew. But I would actually always keep it covered up with a box. So it's like right on the crown of my head, and it's about the size of, like, I would say a nickel, or between the size of like a nickel and a dime. So like not huge, but still like it's a bald spot on your head. All right. I would always keep it covered by like wearing a bobby pin. Like I would take the hair and then like make it covered and then put a bobby pin in it to make sure it stayed. Or like if it was a really special night out, I'd like have to tease it and hairspray it a bunch so that like it did not move when we were out. But funny story, if you've ever seen me with the bobby pin in, that's what it was. And like people were always like, I've been out before and this girl was like, hey girl, like you have a bobby pin in the back of your head, like just letting you know. And I'm thinking to myself like, no shit, Sherlock. I don't know a person that just chooses to put a bobby pin back there for the fun of it. Like, it's there for a reason. Just keep it to yourself. Like, go get your drinks, you know? But I mean, I'm not that mean, so I was just like, oh my god, like, thanks girl. Like, she's not gonna remember it anyway, right? So that's pretty much that about the bald spot journey. And another funny story, I was talking to this boy one time and he was like, why do you have a bobby pin in the back of your head? And this is like when we first started talking, so I was like not really sure. Like, you know, when you first start talking to someone, you're not really sure like where it's gonna go. Like, you don't know if y'all are gonna date, you don't know if you're just talking to him this one time and like y'all are not really gonna talk again. So I was just like, the first thing I could think of like to lie, because I didn't really want to tell him, like, imagine telling a boy that you don't really know if y'all are gonna date, you don't know if you even like him yet, like, and you're like, yeah, I have a bald spot in my head, like, by the way. Like, that just freaks people out. Like, people don't understand. I mean, once you see it, you're like, oh, okay, like, it's not that big of a deal. But, like, just the thought of, like, someone you're talking to have a bald spot is, like, kind of, like, eh. So I just was like, yeah, I just keep it there. Like, you never know when you're gonna need a bobby pin. So y'all, this is the worst lie ever. I just keep it there, like, just in case, you know, like, and he was just like, Okay. So like I'm thinking like, okay, I'm in the clear, like he doesn't know really anything about being a girl, so he's just probably believes it. Well, like fast forward, we got much closer, whatever, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't just keep a bobby pin there for the fun of it. And I actually have a bald spot, blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah, I mean, I know. I did not think that you just kept a bobby pin there. Like that's the worst lie ever. And I was like, great. Thanks for telling me, because now I just look dumb that I lied to you for no reason. And like now I just started this off on a lie and you're probably not gonna believe anything I say. But it wasn't that serious. I mean, we moved on and I just started letting my freak flag fly on the back of my head and I just didn't wear a bobby pin anymore. But definitely if I went in public, I wore a bobby pin. So how did I get my parents to get me the surgery? I personally never thought that I was gonna get surgery. I was told by doctors when I was little that I couldn't get it till I was a certain age because my skull had to keep or finish growing, so that because if it didn't, like if I got it done too soon, it had the possibility of like splitting back open as my head grew, which I know is really gross. But so I just never, and then 20 years of my life went on and nothing ever, and my parents never were like, oh, let's get it checked out. Like I wouldn't dare ask my parents like, hey, like I really think I want to get plastic surgery on my head, like can you pay for it? Like that's just not me. And honestly, I lived with it for so long that I didn't think it really bothered me. And so then my parents, one day I was home from Baton Rouge and they were like, oh, like come outside, like we have something to talk to you about. And I'm like, oh god, like what do I do now? Like I'm getting in trouble for something. Like I'm trying to think, I'm playing back everything I've done in the past like month. I'm like, Molly, what have you done? What have you spent? Who have you been with? Who have you seen? What have you worn? Like am I getting in trouble for something? Because I'm the one that always gets fussed at. And so I go outside and they're like, yeah, surprise, like we booked you a appointment to get plastic surgery on your head. And I was like, I like in that moment I was like, wow, I have the best parents ever. I was so emotional. Like I'm emotional already. Like I could cry at the drop of a hat. But I was just like tearing up. I'm like, wow, like I did not think this impacted my life as much as it did. Like, and they're like, well, lately, like you've been, my dad was like, I mean, you complain a lot, but lately you've been complaining a lot about your head. And I just didn't think I did, but I guess it's because I talk about it so much and they're like, no, like, and we never really noticed how much it actually bothered you and like you were insecure about it, but like lately you've been talking about it a lot. And so we just thought we'd do this for you. And I was like, oh, I have the best parents ever. So then, yeah, we went forward with it. I was supposed to have it and then I thought I had COVID and then I didn't have COVID, so then I got to have the surgery anyway and I was gonna vlog it. Like actually I started it the night before the vlog and was like gonna take y'all along in the surgery room with me, but it's a very like private, like I had to, it's like a hospital where they book, different doctors can book to like use the surgical room, so it's kind of like not this huge hospital and I'm gonna have to see these nurses and doctors like again for checkups and stuff. So I was just like really kind of like nervous. I was like, I don't want to whip out my camera and then be like, this girl is like filming when she's about to get surgery. So I was like, I don't know. It just made me feel weird. So I just didn't do it. And then I thought I was gonna like do the aftermath, and recovery was just not exactly what I thought it was. Like I thought I was gonna be in and out, you know, like be able to do stuff again, which it wasn't terrible. My surgery actually only, I did get put to sleep. My surgery actually only was like 20 minutes, but the scar is like bigger than what my spot was before, which is kind of concerning. And I had like 7 staples in my head and I think like 4 stitches, and they were in there for like a week. So I'll do pictures. Like I did take pictures of the progress along the way and I will insert them and kind of like show you my recovery process. So maybe just fast forward that part. I'll put a warning on the screen before I do it, but just fast forward that part if that's not something you want to see. But yeah, I did have 7 stitches, I mean 7 staples in my head, 4 stitches, and my hair was mad. I could not wash my head for like the first 3 days. And it was so, like, my hair was so matted together. I had, like, this is gross. I had, like, dry blood in my hair, like, the iodine that they used to clean this stuff. Like, it was so gross. And so the third day finally came, and not neither, like, I also was so nervous to wash my hair because I'm like, oh my god, like, just imagine your head is, like, split open with staples, and then they're like, oh yeah, just go in the shower. I was like, go in the shower my ass. Like, I'm not going in the shower and letting the water, like, I just feel like the pressure, because it was very tender and sore. So my mom, bless her soul, she washed my hair for me, like, over the bathtub, like, with a cup, like, you know, when you're a baby. It was like I was a baby again, and like the whole bathtub was full of blood. She was like, oh my gosh, I did not realize how much blood is in your hair, which I didn't really think of it. I wore my hair down to surgery like this because I was like, oh, what if they need to, like, move it out of the way? But, like, my mom afterwards, like, because my hair is pretty long and it's curly, so it just gets knotty very easily, and she was like, oh, you probably should have, like, just braided it and, like, just done, like, a butt cut because it's in the center of my head. So, like, and I was like, yeah, it would have been way less of an issue. Like, I lost so much hair because also they had to shave my head in that area. So, like, I have no, like, right now, I'll show you pictures, but right now, like, I'm still in the process of it growing back. Like, I was going to wait till it was fully grown back, but I realized, like, it's just going to take longer than I thought, and I want to be able to get content out and, like, keep everyone updated before then. So, but yeah, I'm still pretty bald right now. I mean, it looks like a scar, but it's supposed, like, my hair is going to grow back over and eventually cover it up. Obviously, hair doesn't grow overnight. So, but they shaved my hair out, and so, like, the hair that they shaved out was matted in my other hair. So, like, when my mom started brushing and washing my hair, like, clumps of hair were just coming out. Like, I could have made a freaking wig. Like, I lose a lot of hair as it is already because I don't brush my hair nearly as enough as I should, but it was, like, insane how much hair was coming out of my head. It was actually concerning. I thought I was going fully bald for a moment, but, you know, I'm not. Here we are. But yeah, so that's kind of been what's been up with me and why I haven't really been on YouTube. Like, it took me a while to recover, and then I didn't even have the staples. Like, it wasn't even a full week after my surgery that I started school and had to come back to Baton Rouge. So it was just a lot to keep up with. Like, I was trying to get into the swing of school. I had to be putting medicine on my head, like, every day. Then I had to go home and get them taken out. Like, it's just been this whole thing. And to sit down and film this video and then edit it, it's just not something I had time for at the moment. And I think that's understandable with everyone. But today I had the time, so here we are. I also wanted to get it out sooner rather than later because I also have, like, some clothing hauls that I've been wanting to do for a minute. So check out my next YouTube video. Will probably be, like, my set active if you follow me on any social media, and if you don't, you should, especially Instagram. But I always post about my set active, and I did actually get a lot of DMs about it. So I'm not gonna say too much, but I'll be doing a video about that. So if you're interested, definitely be on the lookout. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's what's been up. Just thought I'd give y'all the scoop about my life because a lot of people are like, are you even doing YouTube anymore? Like, blah, blah, blah. And my dad was like, you bought all that equipment, you're not doing it. I'm like, give me a break, people. If y'all knew how much time it took to film the video and then edit it and then, like, upload it, it takes like 5 million hours to upload on YouTube. So if anyone knows a quicker way, let me know, because it takes me hours to upload it on YouTube, which is ridiculous to me. But yeah, so that's that. And let me know, did y'all have any life-changing experiences over break? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you didn't, how's school going? Because I definitely was not ready to start school, and I didn't realize how much I wasn't ready to start school. But we're back in the swing of things. I just got a B yesterday on my OChem test, which, if you've taken OChem, you know it's hard. So be proud of me, because I cried when I got that B, okay? Because I studied so hard. Alright, so that is that. I hope you've all been having great lives. I know I wish, like, this was like I love FaceTiming, so I wish this is kind of like a FaceTime thing. But definitely stay tuned. I'm going to be posting way more often. I'm going to try my best to, especially I'm going to also be posting stuff on my social media. So make sure I'll put that in the stuff, what is that called? the description box below. I'll be posting like my Instagram and stuff, so make sure you go follow it just to be on the lookout. I always post updates when I post a video. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm hoping I'm gonna have some good content coming for you all soon. Thanks for watching this, and welcome back.